I want to give you all a experience that I had, okay? It's a very good story, so stick around. Jeff, if you're watching this, hope you're watching. And Mike, if you're watching, hope you're watching. Anyway, so here's the story. When I got to St. Mary's 17 years ago, I was a rookie on the football team. One of the best teams in the country. We had the baddest teams. We had an offensive line that had 5 guys on that front line that were like at least between 6'3", I'm dead serious, and 6'7". Our 2 tackles were 6'7". Our guards were like 6'3", 6'4", and our center was 6'2", 6'3". So I'm a rookie, and there's this one lineman on our team. Now all our linemen were dogs. So when I say dogs, I'm like, they were dogs. Like they were, like you didn't mess with them. These are the kind of guys who you'd line up and be like, we're running this play on you. And they would run it and kick the shit out of you. They were mean. These are the guys you wanted to be on your team, to line up in front of you. And if you were in a fight somewhere, these are the guys who you wanted to be on your side, and they happened to be on a football team. We were a ferocious bunch of ego, strong, awesome players. Anyway, so coming into the year, a couple of the guys from our line are graduating, right? And there's one lineman on our team. We had a few of them, but like there's one lineman on our team you just knew not to mess with at all. Good dude, but like he didn't take shit from anybody. Big ass dude. 6'3", 300, probably like 330. Right? Big, way bigger than Mike. Not even, like, Mike wouldn't even make our own line. I'm talking big. And this dude was like 330 and can move like he was 220. Just a pure athlete. Anyway, so end of the year, he's graduating. Those 5 linemen had the best lockers in the locker room. And their lockers were now up for grabs. I want that locker. That's a locker I'm gonna get because it's up for grabs. No big deal, right? Now, this locker that I wanted was was the guy I'm talking about, locker. I knew who he was. I was cool with him, but I knew he was one of those kind of guys like, just don't mess with him. You know what I'm saying? Just do your thing, stay your ground, just don't mess with him. You know exactly what you can get into. You mess with this dude. And I was like, I want his locker. I happen to just take his locker, right? He's got a couple more things in his locker he's got to move out, and I decided I'm gonna help him move the rest of it out. He's not there, but obviously I'm earing at his locker. And I know damn well what I'm doing. I know for a damn well sure that moving that guy's locker so abruptly probably isn't the best move. But you know what? 24-year-old kid, I want the guy's locker. Period. So I'm sitting on his locker, right? I'm sitting right on the outside. His locker's open. So my boy Dan. And he comes inside and he's like, with, his bag to get the rest of his stuff. He's like, yo, Sharif, get out of my locker. I'm sitting like this. I'm like, no. Because he asked me, and he didn't ask me in the nice way, right? He was like, get out of my locker. And I'm trying to be cute and be like, before I can get the full word, the full 2 letters out of my mouth, before I could even finish saying no, I was like, bam, right? I'm back in the locker room like this, right? Like this in my mouth, right? I got my tooths in my hand, right? Now, back in the day, I had these are 2 fake teeth. I had this like old flipper denture that was, just always breaking. So every time I glued it together, it was sticking up further and further. So the thing, boom, cracked me in the face. This denture comes out of my mouth. It's broken. I look at it and I'm wobbly still. And, you owe me a tooth, right? I'm just doing one of these. You owe me a tooth. Bloody lip. He's like, fuck you, Sharif. And I had this tooth, right? And that's it. And 2 things are broke, right? 2 things are broken at the time. My ego. Now, that's straight up assault. Straight up. That is straight up. You can't even argue it. I'm sitting down, innocent, in his locker. Well, kinda, because it's up for grabs, but it's still his locker. I knew what I was doing. I'm innocently sitting in his locker, and here comes this big ass dude and just sucker punches me in the face. I knew what I was doing. Having this tooth in my hand, he tells me to F off. There's a couple things I can do. Now again, 2 things are broken. My tooth and my ego. Because that shit's embarrassing. You get punched and almost knocked the hell out. It's embarrassing, especially when you're trying to be cute. Doing this shit and be like, psh. I could have done something. Right? I could have did something. I could have easily pressed charges. Absolutely, positively could have easily pressed charges and ruined his life. Ruined his life. Record for the rest of his life. Probably ruin his family, ruin whatever future plans he has. He can't go to States, nothing like that. I could have absolutely ruined him. And you know what? I would be justified. There's something that I grew up with that my dad instilled in me. It's accountability, right? And it's accountability and understanding causality. There's cause and effect. There's always a cause and effect. Now, am I saying that what I caused deserved me to get my tooth knocked out? No, I'm not saying that at all. Not at all. Not even close. But there is the causality. There is a cause and effect. I know damn well that there might be a problem if I decide to go in that man's locker earlier than I need to. I knew damn well who he was. I knew what he was capable of. I knew what kind of temper he had. And I know damn well that taking that dude's locker early would most likely be met with some type of hostility. I knew it, but I took a chance. I thought in my head I'd be cute. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, he doesn't retaliate. Maybe I just take his locker and that's it. But the thing is, because the second I got hit in the face, the second I saw a tooth, and the second I said, you owe me a tooth. I was like, you owe me a tooth. Straight up. Trying to be cute. You owe me a tooth, man. Do one of those things. Let me tell you now, he bought my tooth. He actually got it fixed for me, right? This is after the fact. But I could have pressed charges on him. And I didn't. Because I knew for a fact that if I did not go into his locker and try to take his locker, at the time that I did decide to take his locker, none of this would have happened at all. Now, I'm not saying that it's Jeff's fault. I'm not saying that it's Mike's fault. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, these are things because of my past. These are things that I have always put in the forefront of my mind. I don't go into places where I know there could be problems or trouble. If I am around someone that could easily make me react or respond or just gets me go, whatever it is, I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna be around it. If you don't like me and I don't like you, I'm not gonna be around you. I don't need to be around you. I don't need to ask for you. I don't need to know why you don't like me. I don't want to figure out why you don't like me. And that's it. I'm gonna go this way and you're gonna go that way. Both of those gentlemen knew that they didn't like each other. And both of those gentlemen know what would happen if they both in the same place and carried on a conversation. Am I saying it's Jeff's fault that he got throat pushed, punched, whatever you guys want to say it? Not at all. Not at all. But I know damn well that Jeff knew who that guy was and what he's capable of. And I know Mike knows who he is and what he's capable of. And they both had an opportunity to just not have any of it happen at all. Just like me, going to that locker room and knowing that if I take this dude's locker right now, it's probably gonna be met with some kind of hostility. But I took a chance at it. Took a chance, but what I didn't do is I didn't press charges because I knew that if it wasn't for me going in there, this probably wouldn't have happened. That's something that for me, I take accountability for. I take accountability forever. Me and that lineman are still really close. Still really cool. He's one of the best dudes I know. We go out and drink, and we've been friends for 17 years. I don't know about you guys, but some of the closest people in my life happened because we didn't like each other. We probably fought each other. My best man in my wedding, I met him in elementary school, and the dude called me an Oreo, derogatory shit. He's black too, right? Doesn't matter. And we almost fought each other. I think we almost did fight each other. But a lot of people in my life that some of the tightest relationships I have came from things like this. And I hope that something comes out of this in a good. I hope it does. I believe it can. I believe that good can come out of this between both of them. For the people that are wishing and hoping that Mike burns in jail for the rest of his life, and those people that are like, F around and find out, you're both entitled to how you believe and how you think. This is how it is. But I think we have to really understand that we all have our hand in the outcome of a lot of things in our life that we have to take accountability for. I have experience with things that I just like this in my life. And then when I see certain things like this happen, I share my experience. Because at one point, I was a Jeff and I had a Mike.